Good morning. I have 4 cards for you today, and these are the blind spot cards again. And these cards are sigils, and so each sigil carries the frequency to be able to help you to find and get into the vibration of the solution of what these blind spots are, of that thing that you're missing. So just tuning into this is going to be your card in the position of money, but tuning in, seeing this sigil and just taking in the energy of it. And this is number 48, and this is scarcity. So it's saying that in the department of money, you are having a feeling and energy and belief of scarcity, that you're feeling like there isn't enough, that the universe will not provide for you, and that you have to maybe even hoard money, for example, and that this is not serving you and it's not serving the people around you for you to believe in scarcity. So this is wanting you to examine your beliefs around money and even around people who have money, and also just really feeling what you believe, how you believe that money is scarce in this world, and really questioning those beliefs, going deeper and getting an understanding for the feelings that you have and the beliefs that you have around money, and working to actually get yourself into an abundance mindset around money. So whatever it takes for that. So if you were to have all the money in the world, how would you act then? If it were no issue whatsoever, how would you act? What would you do differently if money were not an issue for you? And it wants you to start taking on some of these behaviors, beliefs, and attitude. Otherwise, you're not going to be very happy where this mindset leads you in the department of money. So taking in the energy of that sigil, and we're going to move to the next card. And this is going to be about relationships. So just feeling into the energy of this sigil about relationships. Noticing how your body reacts to it. And this is number 5, bulldozing. And what this card is saying for you is that some aspect of relationships, you are bulldozing yourself. And if you don't know what that means, what happens to us when we have trauma, and no person is immune from trauma. We've all had some sort of trauma, and we will fragment and create different parts that feel different ways about things. And that's what's going on with you for relationships right now. There's some part of yourself that really, really wants something, and another part that wants the opposite. And we have bulldozing going on here. So we're not looking at facing and resolving and really getting to understand and know that resistance, the thing that wants the opposite of what we're actually choosing, and we're just bulldozing that part and doing the thing anyway. So what this card is calling for you to do is actually know that you cannot push this part of you away anymore. You're creating internal conflict, which is never going to lead you to an aligned place. This part of you that wants the opposite is not going to go away. So nor should we want it to. It's holding a personal truth for us. And so this card is calling for you to actually go within and listen to this part of you, thank it for being there, and understand how it feels about you. Speak to this part of you as if it is its own being, because it is, and get the full truth of what's going on within you before you start making decisions and not thinking about the best interests of this part of you who wants the opposite thing of what you're choosing in relationships. So this is relative to relationships. So what thing are you committing to or setting aside? What part of yourself are you setting yourself aside in order to maybe create cohesion in a relationship, which is not actually true for all parts of you? So that's a very important thing for you to look at relative to relationships. And then our third card, number 70, just taking in the energy of that sigil. And this is related to health. And this is number 70, and this is wavering. And this is a card that's saying that you are not being solid in some area of your life, that you're letting other people, their thoughts and beliefs decide for you, that you're not having a solid sense of identity or being solid in what's true for you. And this is calling for you to get more solid, to stop wavering and be able to make decisions. So this is also about indecisiveness, and that being this way is affecting your health in some way, or it could be affecting your health in the future if you continue with this wavering, this floating about and letting other people decide for you. And this is due to this is in the position of your health. So really paying attention to what area of your life is doing that you're doing this before it starts actually manifesting as an illness or some problem with your health. So very important to pay attention in your life where you are not being solid and having a sense of identity, where you're letting others decide for you. And our fourth card, taking in the energy of this sigil. And this is number 45. And this is about your spirituality. And the card is titled Running Away from Emotion. So this is a very typical behavior that we have in society. Our emotions have been possibly even demonized, pushed aside, invalidated, etc. Most people don't really know how to deal with, understand, communicate with emotions. And so what this is saying about your spirituality is that it's time to stop running away from your emotion. And that's going to help you to be able to connect more spiritually, because our emotions are our guidance system, and we actually need to pay attention to what they're calling for us, what truth, what personal truth that they're needing us to see, feel, and understand. So what this card is calling for us to do in order to connect more deeply with our spirituality is to really listen when we're feeling emotions. Now, sometimes our emotions are seeming like they're an overreaction or something like that, or they're inaccurate to the situation at hand. And that can be the case, but nonetheless, our emotions are always valid. They're always showing up and feeling something for a reason. We're feeling how we feel for a reason. And so this is wanting us to really get clear with what personal truth is underlying these emotions. So getting still, really listening and allowing and really feeling these emotions on a deep level. Being present with yourself, being present with the emotion, and digging for that personal truth that is underlying the emotion when it's showing up. So that's very important for you at this time in the department of connecting more with your spirituality. That is your blind spot. So just allowing and inviting in the energy of this sigil. And if you would like a personal reading, you can find me at moonstonemanor.org. And I also am available for personal completion process sessions.